My daughter publicly belittled me in front of her friends, calling me insignificant on my birthday. My untouched cake with 10 candles, symbolizing each year I raised her, flickered weakly as if ashamed to burn. She mocked me for being a plumber, questioning my masculinity, her tone sharp and practiced. Her mother's new boyfriend owns multiple restaurants, causing laughter among everyone present, not just her. "It's about time you learn the truth," she continued, wine sloshing angrily in her glass as if eager to spill. "You've always been a temporary fixture." I remained unmoved, neither questioning nor pleading, but instead walked to our bedroom and gathered a single duffel bag. Within half an hour, I was on the highway. The phone began buzzing at mile 10, with 29 missed calls, still far from my destination. I had first met Claire when I was 23. She was the dreamer, while I was the fixer. We built our life together, me laying tile while she adorned kitchens we barely could afford. I forewent social evenings, took on extra jobs, and repaired others' bathrooms to maintain our power supply. Upon Ava's birth, I cradled her before the nurses had even wiped her off. My hands were rough, but I handled her as if she was made of porcelain. I believed love meant supplying. I didn't realize they would assess me by my quietness, my absences, and my laborer's hands. Initially, Claire admired me, referred to me as her man. Over time, she stopped referring to our shared future and began discussing my requirements. Late nights became more frequent. Discarded restaurant bills accumulated. Ava began imitating her mother's sighs. That's when I realized betrayal doesn't always shout loudly. Sometimes it simply reverberates. The signs weren't sensational. A second phone concealed in her handbag. I discovered it while searching for allergy medication. Messages from Colin. Dinner reservations. Photos. His arm around her, their smiles. I did not accuse her. That is not my nature. I observed, waited, and remembered. She believed I was unintelligent because I didn't talk much. Yet, stillness carries more piercing power than any shout. It observes, it retains. Ava was gradually slipping away as well. Her father turned into David, and affectionate embraces turned into dismissive eye rolls. She adopted the behavior of the man she had never encountered while despising the one who nurtured her. I remained stoic, unmoved by my circumstances. If temporary was how I was defined, then I'd etch an indelible mark before leaving. I moved in with my brother in a neighboring town. The distance provided room to breathe, not to forget. Revenge is similar to plumbing. It's about maintaining the right pressure and timing. First, I cashed in on favors. I repaired pipes for judges, police officers, and business owners. People feel indebted when their lives are underwater at 2 a.m. I made my requests politely, without questioning or debate. Next, I tracked down Colin. He operated 3 restaurants, all under Claire's name for tax purposes, an intriguing revelation. I discovered his past misdemeanors, minor fraud, and gambling debts. Yet, Claire was clueless about this. Then came the recordings. The cameras were set up before home security systems, but this time, I hid them discreetly, inside a smoke detector, a vent, a light bulb. Observed them in my previous residence, within my bedroom. Overheard their discussions about my supposed lack of intelligence, as well as matters concerning bank accounts, retirement savings, and liquidation. They appeared to be devising a scheme to deplete my assets. The process had already begun. Claire forged my signature on a form for a joint account, transferring half the funds. She did not attempt to conceal it effectively. At that point, I smiled. The first step in bank fraud. I reported the forged signature with evidence, froze the account, and submitted police reports. Stopped the house sale she had initiated. Every penny was secured. The next steps were directed towards the Internal Revenue Service. I submitted an anonymous tip. Following that, I targeted restaurants under her name, where income went unreported. Auditors are drawn to such situations. When coupled with well-organized and color-coded files, as I had arranged, it piqued their interest even more. Lastly, I manipulated Ava's trust fund, established when she was born. She was not aware that it was designed to unlock at 25 years old only under specific conditions. I revised the conditions. To access the funds, she would need to demonstrate independence, without any handouts, parental cosigners, or gifts. Only her own efforts were required. In this scenario, we observed the boundaries of entitlement being tested. Step 4, the video. I had only one clip. It was Claire and Colin discussing about sabotaging someone. I uploaded it, marking it as private, and sent it to Claire's workplace, a reputable design firm with strong values. In 2 days, her job was terminated. The last straw? Dinner. I requested a meeting, feigning vulnerability. I told them that I would sign whatever they wanted if we could have one final meal as adults. They agreed. We sat at Colin's high-end restaurant. Claire wore a red dress, a color she often donned when she believed she had won. I slid an envelope across the table. Inside, there were copies of various documents, account statements, IRS letters, video stills. Colin grew pale, and Claire's hands trembled. I leaned in, calm and cold. "You were right," I said. "I have resolved things, including you." Colin tried to speak up. Claire reached for my hand. I withdrew, stood up, tipped the waiter. "You may want to scrutinize your kitchen staff, Colin. One of them is wearing a wire. Give my regards to the health department." I left. The echo of their voices faded away, replaced by the heavy silence. My silence, the kind that entombs. They attempted to erase me, obliterate my existence from the narrative they had created. Yet, I persisted, refusing to dissolve into nothingness. Time eventually passed, and Ava left a message, expressing apologies, regret, perhaps sincerity, perhaps not. I chose not to respond. Betrayal may be an art form, but so is revenge. Nowadays, I no longer mend toilets. Instead, I restore legacies, indelible, unyielding.